Hey guys, good evening. Stas XP here. This is already day 5, I think, or day 6, and I'm already like 46 hours played. Most of the time, though, I'm theory crafting. I'm playing the Ascendancy of Varashta, Disciple. It's the genes. I want to say some things about this Ascendancy. I don't have actually a complete guide build to tell you. I'm playing mainly with Kelari. Kelaris is my main actually minion, Jin, let's say, that I take. And I took Ruzan's Trap for a bit of clear speed, and I took Navira and Malediction as the third lab, just for the 14% extra damage I take from the gems of Master, I don't know the actual pronunciation. Still, there are some things that I want to talk about. Some misconceptions that there are in the game about this Ascendancy. There are some gems, lineage support gems, of course, and also some nodes on the tree that you take in order to give access to your minions to some extra forms of damage. Okay. Now, in terms of lineage, of course, the most obvious choice to take, since the genes are persistent minion, is Cool Girl's Dish, which since genes are commanding minions, they give you Unholy Might, which grants 30% of all the damage that they have as extra chaos damage, which is a pretty straightforward form of increase of damage. And also there are the three, let's say, bridge lineage supports, Xofs, Fire, S Radiance, and Tools Tunnels, which in the case of damaging hits, they add you with extra chaos damage. The genes are actually they do damage based on let's say some modes that they have. For example, in order to clarify better, Kelari is physical as a minion, persistent, command, and physical. Navira is persistent, command, and cold, and Ruzan is persistent, command, and fire. The only physical gene that there is Kelari. I've seen lots of people getting the entropic incarnation, which grants the minions that do physical damage as extra chaos damage, which also uses in some cases with, as I mentioned, the lineage supports from the bridge mobs. Now, in case that you're using brutality in your gem setup for the gems, entropic incarnation and Kurgas Lis, actually, let's take for the most obvious ones, are irrelevant. Okay. So even if you're using Kurgas Lis on a gene, on a gene, and I'm not trying to target one guy here. I've checked on the filter brutality with Kurgas Lis and the other support gems. For example, okay, in this scenario, yes, Navira's fracturing take the extra damage from Kurgas Lis, which is overall damage at 30%. In terms of Kelari, you lose the Kurgas Lis, and you also lose the Entropic Incarnation. And in terms of Ruzan the Blazing Sword, you get the Kurgas Lis, but again you lose the Entropic Incarnation, which increases physical damage. So if you have other minions that deal non-physical damage, for example, if you play with Power Zealot, that most of the time is associated with the projectile that it fires, the small spark, let's say, minions, these are some extra points that you can put elsewhere, like take 15% energy shield or invest in critical bonus or something else. And again, as I said, there are scenarios of people in the game that actually using this. By no means I'm trying to present myself as knowledgeable, but I just spent a lot of time and trying to make this work. And I realized also myself after some testing that also, if this is the case, I don't have Kurgas Lis, I'm in SSF. I haven't dropped this item from the temple, neither from the Abyssal Depths, if it still drops from there. And yeah, just something quick about to say. Also something I verified, because I'm trying with this type of custom minion death. with Profane Ritual. Yes, with Profane Ritual and extra charges for power charges in order to have zombies. And I was using Bone Storm, but I dropped it since I went full minions on the build. I dropped the spell damage nodes I had and the critical ones. I went full minions and defenses. I saw also that the power charges that you gain from the interactions of your skills in the main hand weapon. One moment. I know it's a bit slow, but I'm not using sacrifice. Are staying in the second weapon slot. I haven't checked the video and if that was relevant. That means if you play with another skill that requires power charges, you can use them. I don't know if it's relevant in any way. I saw a guy in global, to be honest, asking how he can gain more charges, more power charges in order to sustain his wyvern form. And that moment hit me that I'm actually sustaining power charges to cast raise zombies with impale and brutality and rapid attacks. I was like, wow, let's check around if the talisman works as a second setup. I don't know if this was known already. If it is, my bad, I just realized it. Just another random idea. Something about the defenses of this Ascendancy, mainly due to these 2 points, the fourth teaching and sacred rituals. It is considered an energy shield build. I haven't verified myself about the sacred rituals. The first time I saw this Ascendancy, I had in mind that the current energy shield would be in some way not converted, added aside as armor, and this armor will be available to also be improved by several other items in your inventory. And also, if you had the suffix of armor also applies to elemental damage, thus was a form of mitigation of the armor converted again from energy shield as a form of another mitigation. Also with elemental damage taken from mana before life. The first time I saw this Ascendancy, that was the idea of me. It seemed like a broken Ascendancy. Normally, it didn't seem like a minion Ascendancy. It seems to me like a caster Ascendancy, to be honest. A really nice defensive caster Ascendancy, and if you want to go with non-unique timeless jewels for offensive. I haven't checked it on PoE at the moment. I'm playing. I was lucky enough at the beginning of the game to get a unique belt that grants me 40 strength. I don't remember actually the name of the belt. Sorry about this, one moment. This one, the Magic Nerds. So for the moment that I got like 44 strength, I realized that every piece of armor I was dropping with strength base, I could actually use it. And to be honest, I didn't have any problems with from Act 4 till Interlude in terms of defenses. So right now I'm just trying out if it's worth armor with energy shield, and stacking also armor also applies to elemental damage. Okay, as suffixes. As I said again, there is no general idea, no definite build in my mind. Some things that I just noticed, I share here. But I also noticed that most of the people that play this Ascendancy, I'm gonna remove this, tend to use as form of let's go with Gelaris, just to show. Tend to take the energy shield nodes like CI and stacking energy shield. These are some quick things that I had in mind about this Ascendancy. I'm enjoying so far what's going on with the game. I have interacted with the Vaal Temple. That's where I realized I could get Lineage Support gems from killing the Architect. Yesterday I managed to get this one, Romira's Requital, I don't know. Normally people use them with companions and Amanamus Typhi. It's the gem that grants you abyssal rare monster modifiers. That was all there is to it. Bye. Take care.